Michty Maxx.
Hi, I'm Michty Maxx and I'm here to share this neon crazy 80s style lip art that reminds me of insane parachute pants or Mardi Gras. I wanted to play with my Kryolan UV paints and I thought a dark contrasting background of black would be the best to display the shades. It's bright and so colourful, and the best thing is that it glows under blacklight or UV lamps. Before I put my foundation on, I coated my face with 2 layers of SPF 50 sunscreen because I'm paranoid the UV light will damage my skin. I primed my lips with MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base. Then I took the NYX Slim Lip Liner pencil in Blackberry and outlined my lips in a generous shape to give plenty of space to draw my designs, as well as a guide for the liquid lipstick. I have the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Weirdo, and I'm coating my entire lip shape with this matte black shade, starting with the thin layer and then taking it up to the outline with the doe foot applicator. And finally I'm going in with a Sedona Lace LB25 lip brush to take the product all the way up to the outer edge and get a clean line. I went in with another thin layer of the liquid lipstick to make sure it was thoroughly opaque and none more black. I fanned my lips dry with a demented smile on my face to make sure the lipstick doesn't settle into the lines and it dries quickly. That's a good tip for any application of a liquid to matte lipstick, especially dark shades. Once I have the black background of my canvas ready, I can begin my design. I grabbed another Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. This white shade is called Drug Lord, and I'm placing it on the back of my hand so I don't contaminate the tube when I use the Sigma E11 eyeliner brush to pick up the white product and begin sketching out my design. It's just an abstract random thing I came up with, and it pretty much just created itself. I'm making this up as I go along and drawing random flowing lines and dots where I think they will look good, branching off some lines and trying to make it look interesting but fit together. I'm wiping off my brush on the back of my hand so the white stays pure and doesn't turn grey because the wet product can pick up the background lipstick colour underneath. I'm using the white lipstick as a base coat for the neon paints because I want those colours to show up really well on the black background. I'm adding in some curved shapes and swirls to keep the design fun. I'm also making sure the white layer is solid throughout, and sometimes it takes 2 layers and dabbing on enough product. Once I've got a dense enough forest of crazy lines, I'm whipping out my Kryolan UV Aqua paint palette, which as you can see here has many beautiful bright colors. I'm starting with the shade UV Yellow, and as this is an aqua paint, I'm activating it with MAC Fix Plus and mixing the paint with a 000 fine nail art brush. Any liquid will do, such as water or eye drops, and you just have to mix the liquid into the paint until you get a smooth consistency that you can work with. Then I'm choosing random areas of my design to apply the yellow paint on, and delicately dabbing the color to cover the white base. Between colors, I wipe off the brush with the makeup wipe and go on to the next shade, which is UV Pink, and I'm going through the same process of squirting some Fix Plus on top of the paint and using the fine brush to mix the fluid into the product, and then I'm taking the excess onto the back of my hand so I can dip back into my paint reserve and not contaminate the original pan if some of the liquid lipstick comes off on the wet brush. I chose some random spots to layer on the pink, making sure to leave room for the rest of the colors. Don't worry if the color is a bit streaky, because after the paint is dry you can go back in with a second coat, although I am applying a fair amount of product anyway. Now I'm changing color to UV Red, which was disagreeable at first, but cooperated eventually. I'm showing here that I scrape off the top layer of liquid paint and spread that on my hand, so I have my working mixture and don't double dip my brush into the pan. I'm really impressed with this UV Red, because although it looks orange in the pan, it dries down to an impressive hot red. Now we have UV Green, and it's the same deal. I'm actually adding different shades to some branched off sections to make it more interesting, but still giving a blocked color experience. It's fun to put contrasting colors close, so they play off each other fantastically. And now an exciting one, UV Violet, and it's really amazing to find a neon purple shade because it's one of my favorite colors and is usually rare for this type of thing. These aqua paints mix really easily and you can make your own custom shades, but I wanted to use these in pure form first to see what they look like in a neon rainbow. The violet shade was a little harder to get an opaque coverage, so I just had to layer it on carefully. And the last shade I have is UV Blue, and it's a nice addition to have some deeper colors to bring to the mix. As I said, I went back in and touched up any color that needed more strength using the hand palette I created for myself. And now I'm done with that party action. This lip looks like a bunch of streamers and confetti thrown in the night sky, which gives me the parade or Mardi Gras feel. And it does make me think of some of the ever so stylish pants that were worn in the 80s and early 90s, which were hilarious as pants, but for lips, I think it works. I'm not sure these paints are safe to consume or put on the lips, but I took the risk and made sure I didn't lick my lips or swallow any. So be forewarned, because looking that awesome is probably dangerous. It was just too much fun to grab a black light and check out the design glowing in the dark. I'd love to use these paints in many more makeup looks, so when I feel like painting, it will be all over my face. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this amazing neon lip art tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes.